President Trump's promise to tax items imported from other countries is closer to becoming a reality.
So beginning at midnight tonight, the United States is expected to implement huge tariffs on imports from Canada, Mexico, and China.
Ellen McNamara is joining us live now with more on what this could mean for you, Ellen.
And guys, it is not clear how soon prices for some of your favorite items could be going up, but these tariffs are expected to have an impact on the cost of things like fruits and vegetables. Even the price of gas could go up by as much as 70 cents a gallon. During her White House briefing, Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt confirms that the administration will implement a 25% tariff on imports from Canada and Mexico and an additional 10% tariff on goods from China. And it would happen after midnight tonight. The White House did not provide a specific list of goods that would face the tax increase, but President Trump has said that these tariffs are designed to pressure the countries to do more to stop the flow of undocumented immigrants and fentanyl into America. Moments ago, he was asked whether or not any of these countries could do something between now and midnight to delay the rollout of those tariffs.
No, nothing. Not right now, no.
Not a negotiating tool?
No, it's not. No, it's a pure economic. We have big deficits with, as you know, with all three of them. And in one case, they're sending massive amounts of fentanyl, killing hundreds of thousands of people a year with the fentanyl. And in the other two cases, they're making it possible for this poison to get in.
The Mexican president saying earlier today that her country is prepared if and when those tariffs are implemented. And then shortly after the announcement, Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau says that if the U.S. moves ahead, Canada is ready with a forceful and immediate response. Closer to home, Congressman Greg Stanton issued a statement opposing the tariffs. He says, in part, families will pay more out of pocket for groceries and called the tariffs short-sighted foreign policy. He says that we should be building closer relationships with our North American allies instead of pushing them away. Wall Street reacting, and the Dow Jones dropped more than 300 points just moments after Elliott informed the media of the impending tariffs. For the day, it was down almost 8%. Both the S&P, the NASDAQ, they were also down, with all three indexes posting their first weekly loss in nearly a month. Now, in the meantime, several companies like Dollar Tree and Walmart, they also expressed some concern over the significant tariff increases. They do fear that it could lead to higher costs for all customers. We're going to wait and see, though, again, how that cost could be passed on to those customers. And again, we don't know what goods those taxes would affect on those goods coming in from some of those countries. We'll keep you updated, though.